Another loss for the Blazers when they were the 4 seed, as you mentioned. As a franchise, they have lost in the first round every time they have ended up as the 4 seed. Not exactly a good position for them to be in.
Such a wide open look.
And they continue to add to their lead. They might be ready to pull away.
No surprise from my end. I mean, they've been really good, and they're looking even better at this moment.
And it's good.
And now that the seal is broken, maybe their shooting will start to improve.
Yeah, I don't think they really wanted to have as cold a start as they did, but maybe that'll break the ice and they'll move forward in fine fashion from here.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Just 5 to shoot. Lillard attacking. Tries again. And the layup is good.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
And it's sent back by Plumlee. That's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here. Davis is checked in for the Trailblazers. Allen Crabbe comes in for Harkless. And a switcher also for Oklahoma City. Waiters is checked in. High post shot. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
Davis sets a screen. Lillard attacking. Trailblazers keep it alive.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
Trailblazers leading by 5. Out to the right wing. And here's McCollum for 3.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
You know, and Billy Donovan, the Oklahoma City Thunder, were able to pull him away from the college game last season, signed him to a 5-year deal in the middle of last year's playoffs.
Leonard, he's checked in for Portland. Henderson comes in for C.J. McCollum. Enes Kanter's checked in for Oklahoma City. Foy comes in for Kevin Durant.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
And for Billy Donovan, 2015, not as much. You know, Greg, they drew a very tough Memphis team, as you recall, in the first round.
Yeah, you often talk about styles making fights. Very similar in this series. They would go on to drop the first 3 games before being bounced, but still a good showing for a team that struggled mightily down the stretch with injuries.
Now here's McCollum. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Most of the time, that shot will go down, or the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
Westbrook kicks to Durant. With the fadeaway. Plumlee with the rebound.
And, you know, just as you said, Portland didn't have enough to get by the Grizzlies in the first round. Ended up losing in 5 after taking 1 game, and that was game 4. Just had a hard time breaking down the Memphis defense.
Harkless with the bucket.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
And now Portland on the break. And McCollum with the slam.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Lets the 3 fly. Again, Ibaka missing. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Tries to save it. And that one goes out of bounds.
Home court advantage since 2011. Also was the first sweep for the Wizards in franchise history.
Now here's Wall. And it's sent back by Drummond. And here we go. The pick by Mozgov. Dishes it to Collison. Here is Nahara. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down. Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throw.
And he sinks the second. Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Harris with it. Picked by Mozgov. Harris passes to Mozgov. Great D that time from Favors.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that. If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for him.
Mozgov kicks to Nahara. Collison, no good.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Now Exum. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Here's the screen. Hood. Another miss by Utah. Brooklyn trails by 5. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Harris dishes to Mozgov. And stolen by Favors. Jumps up. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden.
A different look for Utah. Miles checked in for Favors. Joe Ingles comes in for Gordon Hayward. And it's Burks in for Hood. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Brandon Basses checked in for Collison. Aminu comes in for Eduardo Nahara. Nick Young's checked in for Bogdanovich. And it's Cannon in for Devin Harris. Now here's Exum. Following the missed shot by Timofey Mozgov. Exum passes to Ingles. There's a screen. 6 on the shot clock. From the high post. Here's Aminu. No luck. So Utah will take it the other way. A minute 42 left to play here in the half. Here's Ingles. He's covered by Aminu. Ingles kicks to Gobert. From the baseline. Burks can't get it to go.
Well, that's a very low percentage shot. Not good basketball at all. One he probably should have passed on.
And the shot is good. The Utah lead has been cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Young. Here's Exum following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. And a first time out of the game called for Utah.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchups.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
Booker, he's checked in for Utah. Burke comes in for Exum. Spates checked in for Brooklyn. Now, here's Burks. He's got 11. He feeds it to Ingles. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3. Brooklyn trails by 6. Cannon dishes to Bass. Now here's Spates. Defense right on him. Left block shot on the way. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
And trailing in this game now is not the time to start playing conservatively. I mean, if you've got an open look from deep, let it go. I mean, you've got to play freely and with confidence.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Cannon the fastest Spates. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
And he better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined.
Stolen. There's Cannon with the three. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And the first half comes to a conclusion. And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. It's been one outstanding game so far from Alec Burks.
Yeah, created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Utah, we've got Hayward. Rudy Gobert is out there with Favors. Then it's Exum, and it's Burks in at the shooting guard position. And here's Burks after Devin Harris hitting the three. Hayward on the wing from past the arc, and that one's good. Hayward's got 6.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for them.
Utah leading. The dish now to Gobert. They set the pick. Hayward against Durant. And it's Exum in the corner. Favors with the screen. 5 to shoot. Exum with it. Devin Harris covering. Exum kicks to Hayward. And it's Hayward again missing.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And then Durant with the dunk.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Now, here's Exum. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. He kicks to Hayward. Favors with a screen on Durant. Again, the miss by Hayward.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
3 on 3. Deflects the pass. Collison kicks to Mozgov. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Feeds it to Redick. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Gobert with the block.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
So it's Utah now. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Another miss by Utah.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
On the wing, Harris for the lead. Utah with the rebound. And now Utah, fast break. Exum leading the charge. Hayward can't hit.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
They get it again. And it's Durant missing.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
Now, here's Exum, following the shot by Kevin Durant. Trying to get back on track, and it's Hayward. That time on the assist by Gobert. 8 points for Gordon Hayward.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. A different look for Utah. Booker, he's checked in for Gobert. Joe Ingles comes in for Burks. And it's Burke in for Exum. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Mozgov. Bass comes in for Nick Collison. Al Farouk Aminu, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. And it's Isaiah Cannon in for Devin Harris. Nurkic, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass
at both ends.
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Clark grinding away, 100% effort all the time.
And Kevin, all that effort pays off. How many of those spectacular putback jams do we see from this guy? A bunch. Not only is the game neck and neck and tight, but the rebounding battle is too. Extremely close on the boards.
It's been brutal in terms of the physicality down low.
Now, here's Aminu. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. There's 1:34 left in the third quarter. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break, and Hayward with the block. Now here's Burke, covered by Redick. Outside Favors. Three-pointer, Hayward. Another miss by Utah. Hayward's gone 3 of 10 shooting so far, only 30%. That gives them the lead. Redick's got 9.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Utah calls timeout, and Utah making a change here. Isles checked in, and then for Brooklyn, Spates comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. Young is subbed in for J.J. Redick. 58 seconds left in the third. Inside, off the screen, count the basket and the foul. It's going to be on Maurice Spates.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Brooklyn trailing. Bass with the screen. Cannon dishes to Young. Cannon kicks to Spates. Here's Cannon. He has 5. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Brooklyn shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. First free throw is good. Bogdanovich is checked in for Brooklyn. 2 shots. And both free throws good for Spates.
There's not a lot you can say that hasn't been said before about his skill at the charity stripe.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Young against Hayward. And it comes off the front of the rim.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
Here's Bogdanovich. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. And Brooklyn leads by 3. And here is Burke. Three-pointer. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Brooklyn ahead. They lead by 3. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. Brooklyn leading by 3. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. Durant is out there with Nick Collison. Then it's Devin Harris. Then it's Mozgov. And it's Young in a 2-guard.
He's had an off game thus far, but his team has been able to pick up the slack and find a way to get it done here.
The tray. Brooklyn with the rebound. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Harris with the ball. Now here's Exum. Pass to Gobert. Gobert the screen. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Durant.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Now here's Exum. Mozgov with the steal. Harris passes to Young. Here's Durant. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Durant's got 5 points now this quarter. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
The number of second chance points they've gotten is also impressive. I mean, they've kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man.
Now Durant. Just 4 to shoot. And then jammed down as he goes right over Rudy Gobert. Just floating to the rim outside. Back to Rondo. Cousins with a screen for Rondo. An easy